Esther Chapter 5. Esther plans a banquet. On the third day of the fast, Esther put on her royal robe and stood in the inner court of the king's palace opposite his throne room. The king was sitting on his royal throne facing the main entrance of the palace. When the king saw Esther, the queen standing in the court, she found favor in his sight, and the king extended to her the golden scepter which was in his hand. So Esther approached and touched the top of the scepter. So she was like, "Thank the Lord." Then the king said to her, "What is troubling you, Queen Esther? What is your request? It shall be given to you, up to half of the kingdom." That's kind of favored. Esther said, "If it pleases the king, may the king and Haman come this day for the banquet that I prepared for him." Then the king said, "Bring Haman quickly so that we may do as Esther says." The king and Haman came to the banquet when Esther had prepared. As they drank their wine at the banquet, the king said to Esther, "What is your petition? It shall be granted to you. And what is your request? Even to half of the kingdom it shall be done." She replied, "My petition and my request is this. If I have found favor in the sight of the king, if it pleases the king to grant my petition and do as I request, may the king and Haman come to the banquet that I prepare for them, and tomorrow I would do as my king says." And so we're reading that and we're like, why is Esther delaying in telling the king her real request? Perhaps she was afraid and used the intervening time to strengthen her courage, but it seems that there is also God's hand for the delay provided time for the king's sleepless nights and the events that followed. Okay, we got Haman's pride. Haman went away that day joyful and in good spirits, but when he saw Mordecai at the king's gate refusing to stand up or show fear before him, he was filled with rage toward him. Nevertheless, Haman controlled himself and went home. Then he sent to his friends and his wife Zeresh. Then Haman recounted to them the glory of his riches, the large number of his sons, and every instance in which the king had magnified him, how he promoted him over the officials and servants of the king. Haman also said, "Even Queen Esther, let no one but me come with the king to the banquet she had prepared, and tomorrow who also I am invited by her together with the king. Yet all of this does not satisfy me as long as I see Mordecai the Jew sitting at the king's gates." Then his wife Zeresh and all his friends said to him, Have a gallows 50 cubits high made, and in the morning ask the king to have Mordecai hanged on it. Then go joyfully to the banquet with the king. And the advice pleased him, so he had the gallows made. People and just craziness, never a good thing. All right, come back tomorrow, we'll read some more.